Hello and welcome back to ONYX Financial Track. This is Ultimate Academy's team and this is going to be the last lecture in the track. Hope you guys have been following us so far. So in this lecture, we're going to talk about the rest of the transactions that we have in the customer system and the reports as well. Let's get started. We'll bring up the first screen we have today, which is additional sales discount requests. After clicking on Add, we will select the customer by hitting F9 in the customer code field. Then we move on to the invoice number. Hitting F9 in this field will bring up this customer's invoices. We will select the one that we want to create the request for. All the data will be automatic after you've selected the invoice except for two fields. Additional discount percentage, where we can determine the percentage of this discount. If we select or if we say 10%, for example, then in the field additional discount, we will get the exact amount. And this works vice versa. So if we enter the exact amount in additional discount, the system gives you the percentage. A very important note that I want to highlight here. Additional discount is calculated based on the net sales, which is the value after the previously applied discounts. And since this is a request, you will need to approve it first so it would take place. Alright, so in the next screen, which is additional sales discount, we can add the additional sales discount from the approved requests. So if we approved the previous request, we can apply it on the invoice from this screen. We can also create a direct additional discount on an invoice using this screen, the same way that we used the previous one. Only here it will not be a request, it's final and it directly affects the customer, discount, and revenue accounts. Moving on to the next screen. Alright, so the one we're taking next is going to be receipt vouchers, and we talked about the screen actually in the general ledger module, and using the screen we can process receipts from customers, cash or bankable. The next screen is going to be due sales invoice. Here we select invoices for a specific branch that are due for payment. That is in case the customer is using a card to pay. We will select the branch, from date and to date. Here we determine the time period for the invoices that are due. Then we select the card type that the customer is using for the payment. We will also select the machine that we're using to accept this payment, and we also select the invoices themselves. We can select the invoices using a warehouse number as well. Alright, so you will click on filling data and the table will be filled in with the details. The next screen we have is going to be commission salesman calculation. Here we determine the salesperson and the method of calculation for their commission. Click on add. The branch, document number, and date are automatic. Then we select the commission type from the drop-down. And we also select the date. Then we select the sales representatives in the table by hitting F9. And after, by the way, you've selected the sales representative, the name, sales net value, and net sales quantity will all be automatic. So after that, we will select the items that this commission applies on for this representative. We also select the payment type from the drop-down. And as for the commission percentage and amount, both are automatic based on the commission type that we've selected, and it's really important to approve the commission so that it would actually apply. The second way to apply the commission is by adding it for a bunch of representatives or a bunch of items, and that is by using the tab Install Options. After we fill in the field here, we click on Filling Data. The commission calculation method that we've just established is similar for customers, collectors, employees, and promoters as well. Next screen is going to be sales contracts. Alright, so here we can create a sales contract between us and a customer. We determine the start and end date of the contract after we click on Add, of course. We can also determine whether this is a new contract or a renewal from the contract type. As for method of tax calculation, it can be selected from the drop-down menu. Alright, so we also select the customer by hitting F9 in the customer code field, and then we select the customer. After that, we select the currency as well. And I want you guys to note that all of these are essential information for the contract. Now, as we can see in the screen, we have 6 tabs. In Master Details, we enter the whole value of the contract in the, as in we determine the actual amount. If there's a discount on this contract, we enter the amount of the discount here. And of course, you can link it to a cost center if needed. And then moving on to items. So in items, we select the items included in the contract and the amounts. And in case this is a renewal of a previous contract, we enter the renewal details from the tab Period Expansion. In case we want to add additional amounts on this contract, we can add it from Add Amount tab. Batch date is in case we want to deliver this contract over several batches. First, we select the distribution method, monthly or period in days. If we go ahead and select monthly, then you will need to fill in the dates in the table. But if we select period in days, then we will get a new field, which is number of days. We can enter the days in between each batch. So for example, the first batch was sent out the 1st of January and we entered 10 days, then the second batch will be on the 11th of Jan. And of course, we determine the number of the batches. Okay, so in the tab Tax, we select the tax method and the type of the tax which will apply to this contract. And since this is a contract, it also has to be approved. Next screen is going to be distribution of coupon to Salesman. Alright, so you will click on Add. The branch, date, and the transaction sequence, they come up automatically. The representative number is mandatory. You will hit F9 and select the rep, which will take this coupon or the coupon book. In coupon type, we select whether it's going to be a coupon book or a coupon. And if we select coupon book, we'll find in the table the coupon book number and price which this representative will take. However, if we select coupons, then we will find the coupon number, quantity, price, issue date, and expiry date as well. In both cases, we have on the right sold checkboxes. If a coupon is sold, the box will be automatically checked. The second way we can use the screen, after choosing the representative code and coupon type, we can determine from coupon number to coupon number in the tab Install Options, then click on Filling Data. The next screen we have is going to be Return Coupon from Sales Representative. It contains the same options, but in this screen we are taking back coupons from the rep. Alright, so the next screen we have is going to be Coupon Sales. It's kind of like a sales invoice, but for coupons. We determine the branch, the customer we're selling to, the payment type, the coupon type, and all that. The difference between this and a sales invoice is that in the sales invoice, we select the items that we're selling, but here we are selecting the coupons that we're selling. Alright, so the last screen that we have in the transactions is going to be Customer Installment Adjustment. So here we're paying the customer's installments using different kinds of balances that they already have at our facility. You will click on Add. The branch, sequence, and date are automatic. Then we select the customer from customer code. We select the currency, and then in document type, we choose the balance that we're using for this customer's installment payment. We have 6 different types: opening balance, journal voucher, receipt, sales return, incoming, and also at sales discount. After we select the document type, we enter the document number by clicking F9 and selecting it. The document date and amount are automatic. Alright, so after that we move on to the table and we determine here the document type, number, and installment number. In the amount column, the system shows you the amount of the installment that is due for payment, and in paid amount we enter the amount which was paid. As for in adjustment amount, we automatically get the amount that we've adjusted. Okay, so that is everything for the transactions. We'll move on to the reports. We will explain one screen as an example, and I want you guys to know that it will apply for all of the remaining report screens. So the screen we'll discuss is customer detail reports. We are familiar with the header. We can of course add a title or and actually a footer for this report, and we can view the customer's data according to a specific branch or branches from the fields from branch to branch, and we can also select specific customers by hitting F9 in the fields from customer to customer. And as for the report itself, it can either be a summary or a detailed report. So we can select that from report type. We can also view a group or groups of customers, a type or several types. And we can also view the customers based on any of the options that we have here. So we can also view the customers based on the credit limit, the customer exceed debit limit, the expired guarantee, or the favorite accounts by activating the relevant variable from the variables that we have on the right. Alright, so that is all for the screen and ONYX Financial Track in general. We really hope that you guys found this useful, and we hope that you've been following us all along. We will see you again hopefully in other tracks, and I hope you guys stay safe.